Welcome to Good Mythical MORE.
Gifticality. That means we're donating $1,000 to Action Against Hunger to aid in their efforts of treating and preventing malnutrition, as well as a global goal to eradicate life-threatening hunger within this lifetime. Please join us in giving at actionagainsthunger.org.
Thank you for being your mythical best.
We're gonna keep the memory games going. We're gonna like look at something, and then we're gonna have to remember things about it and answer on these whiteboards. You can play along at home. Or
on the subway.
On the subway, or at the subway.
All right, so here's our first assignment. I'm gonna read this once we understand.
You think somebody has ever seen somebody eating a Subway sandwich on the subway and they're like, Subway on the subway?
You think they would say something to them if they were
saw
sharing 3 points
who
of
was
contact?
eating a Subway sandwich on the subway, would you feel the irresistible need to be like, Subway on the subway? Got it.
I've never spoken to a stranger on public transportation.
You ever seen anybody eating a Subway on the subway?
I have not.
You ever seen a Greyhound on a Greyhound bus?
Ooh. I'd have to speak to that Greyhound. That's a good point.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
What about a
Amtrak? What's an Amtrak?
What about a Delta on a Delta?
You mean like a sorority sister?
No, like
somebody from Delta, Delta, Delta on Delta?
Like where the river's about to meet the oceans on a plane?
If you're on Delta, and what if you're on the Delta flight, you're flying over a Delta, and then you're sitting next to Delta Burke. I would say something.
Delta on Delta. She should have been the spokesperson. All right, according to this card, we have 10 seconds to look at the following photo and remember everything about it that we can. Then Stevie's going to ask us a series of questions to test our memory of what we've observed.
You ready?
Stevie, you could have just told us that.
Okay.
Stevie's going to ask us a series of questions to test our memory on what we've observed. But she's not going to tell us ahead of time. We have to read it off
I feel like I'm taking the SAT or something.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
I have test anxiety.
Here's a photo in 3, 2, 1.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm storing it.
Okay, let's take it away. Ready for your first question?
Yeah.
What color was the middle box?
Okay.
You ready? Let's see it.
I just realized I'm wrong.
Purple. Green was the top one, but I don't remember the middle one.
Oh, okay. We're not showing you yet because there's another question. But
well,
keep that
right?
On your what?
You tell us who's right.
Oh, I can tell you the answer. The answer is blue. So neither one of you are right.
We're both wrong. I think that green was above.
No, don't say anything.
Oh,
don't give anybody any hints.
Second question. What number was in the top right box?
Okay. All right.
I think the number is C.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was not a number. It was the letter C. I agree with that.
Yeah. You're both correct. I mean, Link was more correct.
Well, you didn't ask what letter it was. You said what number.
Here's the thing. I just discovered it was a trick question as well. So, a point for us all.
Okay.
I was more specific though.
Well, that wasn't the question.
That was the only.
If you had asked what the letter was, I would have said
now.
C.
We're on to a different puzzle, which I'm also now reading for the first time.
In this next series, Stevie.
Yeah, you read that part because I can't tell you what you're about to read.
In this next series, Stevie is going to read a sentence out loud to us, and when she finishes, we have to write down as much of the sentence as we can remember. We can start writing when Stevie says go.
Thank you for.
Is go going to be the first word in the sentence?
No.
Hold on. So you're just gonna start reading a sentence.
I'm gonna read you a sentence, and then I'm gonna say go, and then you're gonna write down how much of that sentence you can remember.
Hold on. Something's wrong with my board here. It got sticky stuff on it.
I think the board was cleaned with something that makes it where it's harder to write on it.
Okay.
Do we need to hold for
No,
we're good.
Okay, ready?
I can't write fast.
Here's the sentence. Bart was at the Oklahoma Zoo when Cindy Parnell, his second aunt, called him with a birthday message. Go.
Ooh, it's really working now.
Okay.
Okay. You want to
All right,
read yours
let's see
first?
'em.
I said Bart was at the Oklahoma Zoo and Cindy Parnell, his second cousin, called him with a birthday message.
I said Bart was at the couldn't remember zoo when Cindy Parnell, his second cousin, called him with a birthday message.
Okay, let's see the full sentence.
Bart was at the Oklahoma Zoo when Cindy Parnell, his second aunt.
Ha!
Did you say aunt?
I said second cousin, but
I said cousin too.
I said Oklahoma, so I got one additional piece.
Yeah, well, we both said cousin, which is interesting. So
Yeah, because we don't believe in ants.
I remember myself saying cousin too.
you said aunt though.
I did. Yes.
I
Okay.
did.
I did. You know what? I said aunt. Okay. You ready for the next one?
Golly, this is really
nerve
stressful.
wracking. Nerve wracking. I mean, even reading this card is starting to get.
So I get a point for that, right? Yeah. It's Oklahoma.
Here we go.
This next. Okay, let's just go. No, this next question tests how well we can.
No, we're not. We have more sentences.
Oh, we're doing that again. I hated that. Let's do it again.
Well, you almost got it exactly right.
Here we go. On Tuesday last week, I walked up a mountain and tread over a creek just to realize I had forgotten to bring my Nikon D5600 DSLR camera. Go.
Oh crap! I started writing D6300.
This one.
Now I've lost.
Oh.
You used a weird verb. Okay, go ahead.
I missed the middle part. I said last Tuesday I walked up a mountain just in time to remember I forgot my Nikon D5600. But there was a middle part about a creek or something that I could not remember the details.
Oh, I remember the creek. Last week I climbed a mountain and trod a creek with my Nikon 6300D camera.
Why did you write down? You actively wrote down the wrong camera.
Here's what happened. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and write down that model of camera because I will forget that.
Now write it down wrong.
And as I was thinking that, I forgot it. And then as I wrote down the wrong thing, I forgot everything else. But I knew that there was a mountain and a creek and a weird verb like trod or something.
Okay, let's see the sentence.
Tuesday, last week.
And I said last week, and then I marked out week and said Tuesday.
Walked up a mountain and tread over a creek.
And I said walked up a mountain, not climbed a mountain.
Just to realize I've forgotten my Nikon
D5600. So the only thing I forgot was the trod over a creek, but you remembered that. But you got the camera wrong. When you didn't say Tuesday, and you said climbed. So this is gonna have to go to the judges.
Okay, we're going red.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
That D6300.
Here's a real good sentence for you because you guys have been doing so well so far.
Hard.
I can only remember my
can
own
barely read
strained
this.
points of view from like years earlier.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is that we've talked about this before. Like song lyrics, like Lincoln remembers song lyrics from a song that he sang when he was in 7th grade. I have zero possibility of doing that.
Like when we were on
But
Fallon,
I can remember a number.
when we were on Fallon last year, and yeah, we had printed the lyrics in our book of mythicality, but we had never sat there and sung the lyrics, and we didn't have them in front of us. I immediately remembered everything from the first song that we wrote and performed together. But I need to harness that for other things.
Okay,
Like
here we go.
mating with robots.
Shelley woke up one morning feeling nauseous, so she went to her neighbor Dr. Randy's down the street to inquire about her condition, and that's when he told her that she exhibited signs of pregnancy, which was accurate because 5 hours later, she laid a 10,000-year-old egg. Go.
Okay. All right. I think I've got it, at least on a conceptual level.
Okay. Shelley felt nauseous, so she went to her neighbor Randy, who said she was exhibiting signs of pregnancy, which turned out to be true when 5 weeks later she laid a 10,000-year-old egg.
That sounds right.
That's pretty good.
Shelley woke up feeling nauseous, so she visited Dr. Gary, who said she was pregnant. Later that Tuesday, she laid a 10,000-pound egg. Is it the right pound egg?
Oh, it's 10,000-pound egg.
No, let's see the
It's 10,000-year-old egg. Oh, yeah, I was right. 5 hours later, neighbor Dr. Randy inquired about her condition. That's when he told her she exhibited signs of pregnancy, which was accurate because 5 hours later she laid a 10,000-year-old egg. I thought it was 5 weeks later.
Where was Tuesday?
In the previous one.
Tuesday was the previous one, and it wasn't a pound. And so Dr. Gary was very close to Dr. Randy because they both end in a Y, and that's how I remember people's names.
That's why you get so many
names
wrong.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like
I remember what your name ends with.
I remember like I can remember like I think that person's name is like 2 syllables. I think it begins with a vowel. I think there's 3 consonants. I think there's 2 consonants together. There's a cluster of consonants, but I don't know what their name is.
There's one more puzzle, but I can't tell you how it works because you have to read it off the card.
Okay. This next question tests how well we can remember numbers. Oh God. The number person, I can't even read this. Like I'm reading it wrong.
The number person is not a word on here. It's not a phrase on here. The average person can remember up to 7 numbers. Let's see if we're above or below our average. Stevie will show us a number on the screen for 7 seconds, and when she says go, we will write down that number.
Okay.
All right, you ready to see the number?
Okay, yes.
Yep.
Remember, don't write down until I say go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Take it away. And also go, but yeah, you're good.
Oh God. Nah, okay, I don't feel good about this.
I feel
Okay.
good.
Who wants to go first?
You first, man.
598-431-3121.
I said 598-425-321.
Okay, let's show
I think Link's right. Oh, you got.
Oh, I left a 1 out. 598-425-1321. There was a 1 there that I missed. But
You're actually
like
you're more right than me. Because 598, I said 431. Somehow I got the 3-1 from the later and then said 1320. I said 3121. I'm dyslexic with numbers. It's 3121.
That's pretty good. Goes to Link.
I get that one right because I made it a song. Is there another one of those?
There's not.
Dr. Randy. Call Dr. Gary and Dr. Randy, get them together because their last names end in Y.
First names.
First names. No, Gary's and Randy's are their last names. Feel all the feels in the Feel Good Mythical Morning hoodie that feels really good. Available now at mythical.com.